Welcome into Fired Up, the weekly recap where we cover all things Carthage athletics. I'm Justin Corrigan, and today's episode is for Monday, February 16th. Crossover season is officially here, and they had a lot of Firebirds action this past week. Let's get right to it, starting with women's basketball. Firebirds opened the week on the road at number 18, Illinois Wesleyan. It was a 64-52 loss for the Firebirds. Leading the way, Nora Aram, 15 points, 4 rebounds. Malia Green, 12 points, 3 rebounds. And Delaney Elsmore, 11 points, 4 rebounds. Firebirds got back on track on Saturday with a 76-70 win at Augustana. Alyssa Orozco, 16 points, 6 rebounds. Delaney Elsmore, 16 points, 3 rebounds. Malia Green, 13.7 rebounds. And Grace Cord, 13 points, 4 rebounds. Firebirds return to action this Wednesday as they close out the home schedule for the regular season against North Central in Tarble Arena at 7 p.m. Men's track and field competed in the Midwest Elite Invitational at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater on Friday and Saturday. It was a big weekend for the Firebirds with 3 school records falling. Jacob Kurlewski improving his 5,000-meter record at 14:30.47. Landon Voy claiming the 60-meter dash record at 6.90 seconds. And Dylan Parker with the 400-meter record improving his time at 48.77 seconds. Other notables for the Firebirds included Jack Tilton in the high jump at 1.97 meters and Tyler Rose in the weight throw at 18.46 meters. Firebirds returning to action this Saturday at the Parkside Classic just up the road at the Petretti Fieldhouse at the University of Wisconsin Parkside. Action begins at 10 a.m. Women's track and field competed in the Midwest Elite Invitational at UW-Whitewater this past Friday and Saturday. Notable performances for the Firebirds included Kylie Florence in the 5,000-meter, 18:52.25, Mandy Nelson in the 800, 225.24, Riley Wilson in the 800, 229.84, Madison Payne in the weight throw, 16.05 meters, and Kayleen Van Schilling in the shot put, 11.85 meters. Firebirds return to action this coming Saturday at the Parkside Classic at the University of Wisconsin Parkside in the Petretti Fieldhouse beginning at 10 a.m. Swim and Dive hosted the CCIW Diving Championships this past Friday and Saturday. On the men's side, it was an impressive weekend for the Firebirds. Tayden Murphy claiming the 1-meter and 3-meter dive championships. The sweep lands Murphy the Jersey Mike's Firebird of the Week honors. Jersey Mike's is located at 3625 Market Lane in Kenosha. Visit them today or go to jerseymikes.com. All CCIW honors for the weekend included Tayden Murphy, Carson Sahi, Devin Kuhn, and Kevin Sarazin as all 4 individuals placed in the various events. That brings us to our Pullman Auto Store's stat of the day. Pullman Auto Store is located in Kenosha and Racine. Visit one of their locations today or go to pullman.com. The 4 Carthage divers swept the 3-meter dive going 1 through 4 on Saturday. It was the first time in CCIW history that a program has gone 1 through 4 at a CCIW diving championship at any board height in the history of the championships. Moving over to the women's side, on the diving championships, Kendall Leistico and Mae Norman earned all CCIW honors for their performances over the weekend. Carthage Swim and Dive will return to action this coming week as they will compete in the CCIW Swimming Championships this coming Wednesday through Saturday at the Recplex located just down the road. Moving over to men's tennis, on Friday night, it was a 4-3 loss against number 38 Wisconsin-Whitewater. Finn Morris, Sarah Cayuela, and Linus Banger earned the 3 points for the Firebirds. Firebirds bounced back, though, on Sunday as they took down MSOE 6-1 at the Life Sport Athletic Club in Racine. The Firebirds swept doubles before going 5-1 in singles play to earn the win over the Raiders. Firebirds return to action this coming Friday against DePauw as they play at the Life Sport Athletic Club in Racine beginning at 1:30. Men's volleyball hosted number 7 UC Santa Cruz on Friday night. It was a heartbreaking 5-set loss for the Firebirds. They fell 19-25, 25-22, 23-25, 25-21, 15-13 to the visiting Banana Slugs. On the stat sheet, Ben Heiss, 20 kills, Ryan Bartz, 5 service aces, Hudson Schweitzer, 4 blocks, Ryan Morey, 49 assists, and Austin Mallory with 13 digs. FiREDs return to action this coming Thursday as they host Illinois Wesleyan to open conference play beginning at 7 p.m. in Tarbell Arena. Women's lacrosse kicked off their season up in the Upper Peninsula on Saturday as they faced off against Calvin at Northern Michigan University. It was a 14-10 win for the Firebirds. Rosie Nolan led the way with 5 goals, a career high, which makes her the Jersey Mike's Firebird of the Week. Once again, visit Jersey Mike's Kenosha location and go to jerseymikes.com. Kelsey O'Brien also finished with 3 goals. Reggie Ross, 2 goals, 1 assist. Piper Lefevre, 2 goals, 1 assist. And in goal, Sochi Del Valvera, 10 saves. Firebirds return to action this coming Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern as they take on DePauw in Indiana. Men's lacrosse returned to action with their home opener on Saturday. It was a 13-11 loss against Lake Forest at Art Keller Field. Jake Westland, 3 goals, 3 assists. Kyle Carollo, 3 goals. Brandon Sawicki, 3 goals. And in goal, Jake Williamson made 14 saves. Firebirds return to Art Keller Field on Saturday as they host DePauw at 12 p.m. Men's wrestling hosted the CCIW Championships in Tarbell Arena this past Saturday. It was a 6th-place team finish, but individually, the highlight of the day was Edgar Albino winning 141, becoming a CCIW champion for the Firebirds. All CCIW honors included Albino, Chris Kish and Zarin Anderson, who each placed 2nd in their weight classes, and CJ Gilbert, who placed 3rd. Firebirds return to action on February 27th and 28th at the NCAA Regionals. Water polo returned to action in Minnesota this past weekend with 4 games at McAllister. First one was a 15-9 loss against the Virginia Military Institute, where Grace Steinberg had 3 goals. Then it was an 8-6 loss to McAllister to close out Saturday's action, Mac Werner leading the way with 2 goals. Sunday featured a 12-9 loss against Augustana, where Brenna Carstens had 4 goals. And then the Firebirds found the win column with a 13-8 victory over Grove City. Mally Todd, 2 goals, 1 assist. Yamiya Arizaga, 2 goals, 1 assist. Firebirds return to action on March 6th as they take on Cal State Fullerton out in California. Closing this week off with men's basketball, it was a 75-73 win over Augustana. Riley Brooks, 16 points, 11 rebounds. Ryan Johnson, 15 points, 7 rebounds. Jabe Haith with 13 points. And Antoine Nesbitt, 12 points, 5 rebounds. A.J. Williams also finished with 10 points. Special shout out to Ryan Johnson, not only for hitting the game winner against Augustana, but for also reaching 1,000 career points at the collegiate level. Firebirds return to action this Wednesday on the road as they take on Wheaton at 7 p.m. as the team continues to hunt for their 2nd consecutive CCIW championship. That's going to conclude matters for this week's episode of the Fired Up Weekly Recap. Be sure to follow us on social medias at Carthage Athletics on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and Carthage Sports on X. For all your other news, visit athletics.carthage.edu. Once again, thanks for watching. I'm Justin Corrigan saying, Go Birds.